UFC 316 is this Saturday, and Kevin Holland is set to face Vicente Luque on the main card. And boy, oh boy, did he ever have the press conference of press conferences. Now, we're going to jump through this video. I will leave a link down below. Go watch this if you haven't. Kevin Holland is the guy we need right now. We need more people like Kevin Holland. So let's jump into it. Let's start with the video. And yeah, we start at 39 seconds here.
Good, but also a shit show is what.
Yeah, I mean it was chill. I didn't get all my side quests done, so that's kind of fucked up.
What was the fight that you almost got that you had to?
I had the Peratas fight, but then Gary's popular ass came and took it. So, fuck.
Was that an annoying, like maybe even mentally, kind of like you thought you had the fight and then all of a sudden?
So he just reveals right there that he was supposed to be the one fighting Carlos Prates at Kansas City. We know that Inger stepped up on, I believe, 21, 22 days notice and ended up beating Carlos Prates, rebounding from his loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov. And I want to clarify this, even though we're not talking about Inger. Inger did really good in that Shavkat fight. He did not win that fight, though. But let's continue listening to the GOAT.
And you didn't have the fight.
Nah, I'm used to it. That's been my whole career. They say, Kev, we need you. I'm there. We don't need you no more. See you next week. So, just used to it.
Well, they came to you with Vicente, and I feel like when they announced this, I think fans were surprised that you'd never been matched up before, and I just were kind of excited that the fight's finally happening now. So what do you make of Vicente as an opponent?
Yeah, I wanted Vicente Luque the last time I came down to 70. Was trying to go for a little run, so it was always a name that I liked. So when he finally called my name, I was like, shit, about fucking time. So here we are.
Well, it seems like, two well-rounded fighters that have finishes both on the feet and on the ground. So I guess what type of fight are you expecting from Vicente?
Hopefully he can tap into his old self, and it's like and show up. It's like he usually takes punishment very well and then delivers punishment right back. So I'm a little longer than some of the guys he's faced before. I know that he's fought some tall guys, but he never fought a long guy like me. So it's like I expected to go my way 100%. Had this been a few years ago, then I'd probably tell you it'd be a true barn burner. But I'm gonna say a barn burner so the fans will be happy. But 100% my way.
So when you say you hope.
The shade. The shade. Oh my god, I love it. I love it, man. This is what I want from my UFC fighters. But we are going to jump ahead to 3:15. We'll go 2 seconds ahead of it. Now, I think this is the part where I talked about Belal. I already forgot. But let's just get into it.
3 more is really idealistically I could do, but that just means I'd have a really busy year, and that means next year probably wouldn't be as busy.
I mean, the Noche card just got moved to Texas.
The Noche card did just get moved to Texas, but until Texas figures out their legalization of marijuana, it's kind of hard for me to fight there. They don't want you to smoke a whole month out from the fight, and that's difficult, And it's like I still have a life to live, so I got to smoke my weed.
And then just last one for me, your reactions to the new.
Man, oh man, and okay. I'm already going to show the comment just to show you. Our junkie 512 over here. You don't represent Texas well at all. We do not claim you. People do not understand that you either need to. Okay, I was gonna save this. I'm gonna save it till later. We're gonna come back to this comment, but you see here. The hate for Kevin Holland is real. It's crazy how Holland turned from a fan favorite to someone people don't like, all because he doesn't want to take his career seriously. It's a defense mechanism to avoid feeling like a failure because he doesn't actually try. Part of that is true, but I want to save it.
Champion at welterweight with Jack, a guy that you had history with.
Oh yeah, I think it's amazing. I remember I said a while back between Duplessis and Belal, which one was a better champ to watch, and I think that of course Homer Simpson over there, freaking dude's fucking wild, but he's such a fun person to watch fight. Duplessis a better champ to watch than Belal, so it was pretty cool to see Belal lose the belt. I thought
Man called the middleweight champion Homer Simpson. I mean, it's a fair it's a fair comparison. But dude, this is what I want to see. We obviously know Kevin Owens fights at 170, 185. He jumps up and away from time to time. He did say that he's trying to go on a run at 170 right now and put together a decent run. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything real quick.
Belal was gonna lose the belt regardless. I've been said a long time ago when Islam was teaching him how to hold the belt that if it wasn't somebody else that take the belt from him, it'd be Islam. So I thought Islam was gonna come up regardless and take it.
What did you make of that fight between Jack and Belal? Because I think even fans were surprised at maybe just how exciting it was between those two.
I mean, Bilal's best win to me was Sean Brady. I was shocked that he ever beat Brady, but I've never thought the world of Belal. You know, it's like he's a hard worker. He puts in the work, but I mean, camps boil down to who's going to put in the most work. And as long as you outwork Belal during the camp, you could damn sure outwork him in the fight. So it's like that's all he really has is work ethic.
Man, he's taking shots at Belal. Now, you guys know, I fell into the hype with Belal. That was one of my worst takes, that Belal won that fight. But it was a close fight, 48-47, close to 45-70. But man, this is what I want to see. This guy is out for blood right now. Now, I really wish that Kevin Owens could, walk in and go on a run, because everybody knows Kevin Holland absolutely has the possibility to become a champion. He has major talent. Welterweights say he's the hardest puncher that they've ever faced. And I do think he has the ability to knock anybody out in this division. It's just a matter of him, walking in, even for a few years. 1, 2, 3 years, go on the run. I think he can make it to the belt. I honestly do.
Kevin, right here. So I haven't seen you do any interviews in the lead up to this fight. Was that an intentional thing, and why exactly?
Yeah, ever since the Jackson podcast interview, I really don't just do none of that shit anymore. It's like they kind of killed it for everybody. And speaking of that, they still owe me a couple grand, and they always do a bad job of paying me on the first of the month. They always pay around the 10th or something like that. I don't know if they having a money problem, but they need to do a better job paying me on time. So, future reference for all you guys that want to do interviews, I charge out the ass now. So, unless you're getting it this week, you ain't getting one.
There we go. The pettiness. I love it, man. Now, we know that he went on the Joe Jackson podcast, or should I say the Bear podcast. I don't want to burn that bridge. Rampage Jackson is my favorite fighter ever. I don't want to shit talk what they have running on there. I have his chain somewhere. I have no idea where I put it though. But I'm a big Rampage fan, as I'm sure anybody who has ever watched him fight is. Guy had a wicked run in the UFC. His Pride run was insane. Knocked out Chuck Liddell, all that stuff. But man, that podcast built Kevin Owens' stardom. And again, you want to strike emotion with the audience. It doesn't matter if they hate you. It doesn't matter if they love you. You want to make sure that every time you walk into that octagon, you have some kind of emotion coming from the fans. Whether they're cheering or booing, you're getting paid regardless.
Potentially see you bull riding soon, and potentially maybe call out Cowboy Cerrone in a different sport.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to get on bulls. I think I was on a bull way before Cowboy Cerrone ever was on a bull, and it's like there's no reason to call him out. It's like he's not even that good at riding bulls now, so it'd be a waste of time.
So this is my last one, and I'm sorry I have to ask this, but you predicted that JD
Randomly taking shots at Cowboy. Nobody is safe from Mr. 4570.
would beat Belal and that Islam would come up and beat him, then Ilya would come up and fight him. My only question is, where does Kevin Lee fit into all this?
Oh, same place I've always been, sitting at home, smoking weed and collecting checks.
Kevin, right back here.
I thought he said Kevin Lee. Like I heard Kevin Lee when he asked that. But I mean, hey, the man is authentic. Kevin Holland is exactly as advertised.
Piggybacking off of that PBR stuff, I saw you training an actual bull rider, Andrew.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna go through this now. Okay, this is the main course. This is from 7 minutes until the end of the video, and this is where the controversy comes. This is where Kevin Holland, spoiler alert, walked off the press conference. And this is why everybody is going off on him. But I fucking love it. I love it, man. Always watch it.
The other day, he wasn't a UFC fighter or a UFC fan, but I had to bring up the Trailblazer and ask, if he knew about you. And like I said, he wasn't a UFC fan, but he still knew who you were. What does it mean to represent the Dallas-Fort Worth community like that and really just have that love, from people who may not even know the sport of MMA?
It's great to have love in the DFW. It's great to have love. I mean, I feel like I represent Texas pretty well, not just the DFW, because I'm always in Houston as well. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm happy to live in Texas. Never going to take anything away from being a California boy, but I'm for sure a Texas man,
100%. Thank you.
No problem.
Right, over here. You recently said on the Jackson podcast that you don't want to be a world champion. So if that's not your goal, what are you fighting for?
For money. I mean, what the hell else would I be fighting for? It's like everybody who fights for a world championship, that's great. But at the end of the day, they all got to pay bills. So if they tell you they're not fighting for money, they're a goddamn lie. And if they tell you they're not fighting for money, we'll tell them then go back to what they used to get on their first contract and see if they like that or if they hate that. So I'm always fighting for money.
All right, one other question. How is your current
Honesty. And we're right about to get to the beautiful moment that has everybody in chaos right now. But he's dead ass right. Any fighter says, oh, it's not about the money. It is about the money. Everything is about money. Well, whatever you do. Well, anything that has to do with publicity. And you need publicity to operate any kind of business. MMA, any sport, drink company, fucking, I don't know, diaper company, fucking perfume. I have no clue. You need that mentality. The bottom line is the bottom line. You're going in there to make money. But now we have this beautiful 14-second clip that has everybody going up in arms. But man, this is what I want to see more of.
relationship with Rampage Jackson?
My current relationship with Rampage Jackson? Bro, Rampage Jackson's not in the UFC, is he?
No.
Get off his dick. Thank you. I'm out here, guys. Have a good day.
That's my boy. That is my boy right there. Now, like I said, we're going to go through the comments here. It's been months and he's not over the Jackson stuff. He is. He's bringing it up because he knows it's going to draw attention. I left my comment here. Kevin Holland isn't the hero we deserve. He's the hero we need. God bless this man for being one of a handful of fighters who get to fight him. As a Rampage fan, I loved his appearance on the podcast. You're worse if you get butthurt by what he said. We need more Kevin Hollands right now. The sport is dying. It's fucking dead, dude. Where's the hype? Why is it some crippled kid on the internet draws more attention to the UFC currently than Dana White, than the own UFC. Look at how bad every post is. Look at how much they get ratioed. Every Instagram post, every X post, every announcement. It's John Jones, Tom Aspinall. Where's John Jones and Tom Aspinall? Strip John Jones. Got a Jackson thing pop up on this video, pure poetry. You don't represent Texas. We went through that. Hey, I get the pride, like, being American, being Canadian. Represent yourself, man. At the end of the day, like, you gotta represent yourself, your family. Your country will turn on you at any given moment, and they do. They turn their back on you at any given moment. They take your money, they send it to a different country, and I'm getting way too political right now. Who would pay to interview Mr. 4570? He's a journeyman. I would, dude. I absolutely would. I would love to get Kevin on this channel. I would love, the clicks, obviously. But I genuinely think that Kevin Holland is one of the most authentic fighters we have right now. Stop telling him to stop this. You're playing into it. You are being, I'm blanking on the word. Shit. You're being played by Kevin Holland. You are the mark. There we go. Now, mark is typically used as a wrestling term, right? Where the audience is the mark. We're supposed to develop this storyline. So the audience hates this guy. The audience loves the good guy. And at the end, we have the match. The good guy wins and the bad guy wins. Kevin Holland is the heel. Kevin Holland is the only one stepping in to the role of a Colby Covington, of a Chael Sonnen. At least Belal became champ. Bro, can't even string a win streak since COVID. But again, he's the most entertaining guy on the roster right now, I'd argue. Kevin talks like my 15-year-old nephew. Okay, that one's funny. But man, I'm gonna leave ITP's video on there just so you guys can see the polarity between my view and his. But Kevin Holland, man, brother, keep it up, dude. You're doing MMA YouTube a service by giving us something to talk about, by giving us a controversy. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you see this like me as Kevin Holland playing the audience like a fiddle? Or are you upset about this? Are you upset about Kevin Holland saying mean things about Belal, or basically being himself? But like I said, Kevin Holland, continue what you're doing, and hey, once I get monetized, I will happily pay you to come on this channel. We can, talk shit about fighters. We can shoot the shit, but let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. Later.